know what they say, the jack of all trades, master of none.
It's oftentimes better than the master of none.
Good morning, it's a brand new day. Hi, it's a brand new day and welcome back to my channel. My name is CryLeeG and welcome. You are joining us on a day where we are locking in and doing a lot of our content that we want for the month of June. Our goal here, you know what, I always start with guns blazing. If you are new here, hi, my name is CryLeeG, and on this channel we do 3 things. A lot more than 3 things, but the main 3 things that we do is a Moody Monday, where you never know what video you're going to get, but you always get a video on Monday, and it's always a mood. On Wednesdays, we do What We're Reading Wednesdays, where we talk about books and bookish things. And then on Fridays, I talk about my alternative lifestyle, living in my 91 Chevrolet G20 van named Benny Boy. This is Ben, this is everybody. And with that, I obviously I'm posting content and I'm a content creator. And something I want to do with myself is start getting paid for my content and to be more consistent and really set myself up for success. So today is one of those days where we lock in and set ourselves up for success after we talk to the camera in this hot weather. Connecticut.
I need to calm down. Everything's fine.
Amanda.
I'm an adult.
Okay, so we're currently in Connecticut. And we skipped from winter to summer. So that's fun. So we're just trying to stay as cool as possible, but we're going to a library today to see, there's a book sale. We can't buy books, we're on a book buying man. So go to the library today to see if they have Wi-Fi that is strong enough to upload my videos, because I do use my own hotspot to upload my videos no matter where I am, because it is faster than where I've been, but I'm hoping this library that I'm in is faster. So we're here to upload videos. Also, we are here to schedule ourselves out for the next 2 weeks. I have come up with this format to posting. I'll list all my platforms here, and then I'll list the days of the week here, and I'll circle which days of the week that I want to post for that platform, and then I'll go through each platform and then list the days of the week and what I want to post for that day. Because I stay capturing content, there's always something that I can post. I'm never just capturing for one thing to post. I kind of capture to say, oh, I'm doing this would make a good video, let me just put the camera up to have this video in case I want to post it some other time. So I have a lot of things recorded or edited just to have to post when I want to post consistently. Because of that, I'm able to do this kind of formatting when it comes to my content. So I go through each platform, each day of the week that I want to post, and then I see what I have in my external drive or on my list of ideas that I have that I want to either post or create to edit to post. And so that's this paper. And then the other part that I have that I haven't, hold on, where's the other part? I'm so organized. I'm going to this fast because, again, it's hot. It's hot. I have this little spreadsheet here that I created to make its own thing, because I always have ideas and I don't really have the time to record or have everything I need to record it, but I have a good idea, so I want to write it down. So I put this as ideas to pull from when I'm at a loss. I just sketched it out because I'm going to make it an actual template for myself, and I'm going to put a binder together to actually have the means to not have to create them by myself, but to actually have a template that I can print out and fill out by myself. And by the end of this video, I also want that template to be available for you guys if you want to be content creators or have a more organized way of creating or organizing your content to post your content. I want that for you too. So this entire video is dedicated to showing you how I schedule, how I come up with ideas, how I record and edit my ideas, and also the templates that I use to do so to keep myself organized. So let's head into the library for some cool air, hopefully. I don't know what the library be on. I don't know if it's a library from ye old times they don't believe in air conditioning, or a library that is modern and they believe in circulation and air circulation. So we'll see. So I'm excited to do that. And all of this gets me ahead by a week, and I'm currently ahead by a week. I have to finish up some of these things here because I don't know if you can, here I had this idea that I need to edit, and now that it's edited, I have to upload. I put uploading. Uploading check marks mean they're done. This means it needs to be edited. I need to pick photos out for a photo dump that I need to do. Drafted just means, drafted and checkmarked means it's currently in the app in draft, just for me to go in and upload it, so I don't have to do any like creation of like right then and there of the caption or whatever. The caption, the pictures, everything, the formatting of the pictures are all done. It's drafted, it's ready to upload. So that's all here, and I want this to be a little bit more organized. So I feel like an evil scientist and talking about their master plan. I'm working on them. I don't know if I can bring water in there. Oh, this is a new library, so I have to like learn it. But it's also a very popping library because it's 10:30 and the entire parking lot over there, the dirt parking lot over there with next to the park that's here, full. That means people were sat at 9:55. Let's go inside. Anyway, hey, welcome to the vlog.
Thoughts are wandering away with me today, fading into grey. Say that it's okay. Painting pictures of this silhouette in vain. Just here to speculate. No fear, I test my fate. No. Thoughts are wandering away with me today, fading into grey. Say that it's okay. Painting pictures of this silhouette in vain. Just here to speculate. No fear, I test my fate. Innocence and honesty keep signaling my brilliance. Living in this harmony, it's hard to see the change. Ignorance and poverty, we're sinking in resilience.
Okay, hi. It's been a few hours and we have edited what we needed to, and we're currently uploading stuff onto YouTube. And as you saw, this library has excellent Wi-Fi service, and I was also able to create a template and print it out. I put this in a link in the description box. It's very easy to download. Also, I printed out, not in color, but it's a small but it's a colorful one. It's simple, but I wanted to have it formatted so I didn't have to keep filling out my book with it. So if you want to use it, the link is in the description box below, and when you hit the link, it will go to Canva where everyone can access it. You can then download it. Looks a little bit weird when you first go in there, then you can download it and then print it out. I printed it out via the library and PDF. So we have the platforms that I want to print on, or the platforms that I want to post on, and then I'll be circling what days I'm going to post. I'll go in here and write down the day and what I'm posting. There is an F, an E, and an RTP there, which is filmed, edited, and then ready to post. These are just the stages of the content that I have, because this helps me. Along with the link to this like printout is also a link to a payment platform. This is free. You don't need money to download it. It's free to everyone who wants to access it and use it. You can also just use it and write it on your own notebook, pad, or paper, whatever helps you. This is just me putting something out there, and then everyone else is able to give an offering in return. So that's also down there in the link. But anyone can use this, anyone can view this, anyone can print this. You can also copy it on your own notebook or notepad at home. So there we go. And now what we're going to talk about is how I do all of this, and we're going to turn you around to look at my laptop. Once I do this sheet, I go in here and populate my calendar so I know what I'm filming, what I'm editing, what I'm posting. It's all like in different ways in here. Biggest piece of content that I usually post is YouTube, so I try to make sure that this is actually in there before I even go to this here, because it helps me kind of work backwards and figure out what I need to do for said post. And what's good about working with the biggest piece of content first is knowing the small pieces of content you can make within that content. For example, I have, let's see, I'll do this one. So this one is post weekly van life vlog. Within that vlog is just a week of me vlogging my van life. But in there I made 3 different short form pieces of content when it either is me cooking or waking up or getting ready. So it helps me know the bigger pieces of content that I want to post, because I can then pick out small pieces of content that I know I can make from that big piece of content. So a huge thing that I really like to do is to make sure that if I'm doing at least one piece of content, that one piece of content can help me on 2 to 3 different platforms. Today is currently June 6th. For the content week of June 8th to the 14th, because it's Monday through Sunday, so June 8th to the 14th, those things are already done, so I'm a week ahead. So what I'm going to be planning for today is for the week of the 15th to the 21st. Therefore, I'm like legit 2 weeks ahead. So what I'm going to do first is put the platforms that I want to post on, which are, I believe 6 of them would be YouTube, 3 different Instagrams, and I'm going to just put I for those, and then 2 TikTok pages, which I'm going to do TikTok, because my Instagram and my TikToks are the same names. If like I have a baddie in a van TikTok, I'll have like a baddie in a van Instagram. That's a horrible example since I don't have that at all, but if I did, I would. CryLeeG Chance Instagram and CryLeeG Chance TikTok would be a better example because those things actually exist. So I'll put I for CryLeeG Chance, and then a TT for CryLeeG Chance TikTok. If I want to be more creative, I would have different colors of pen for each platform, but I do not. So I have 6 different platforms that I'll be posting on this or the week that I'm posting. For YouTube, I always go for 3, which is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. For Monday being Moody Monday, Wednesday being What We Reading Wednesday, and then Friday, Van Life Friday. So that's just going to be circled on the list. For CryLeeG Chance Instagram, I don't know. For the first, I was going to do the trip that I just went on, but I don't think I'll do that. Also, it is very okay not to post if you don't want to. So if I can't really think of something to post for that platform, then I won't post for it. And if my heart is just not in it, and I know that I'm currently in the energy of posting just to post, yeah, that's good. But for me, I don't want to do that. So if my heart's not in it, then I just won't post, and that is okay. The next 2 platforms we have is Instagram, CryLeeG Does a Look, where I do all the makeup and hair stuff that I want, and then The Librarian, where I talk about bookish things on Instagram. And so for The Librarian, going back to being able to utilize piece of content twice or 3 times for different platforms, I have a series I'm doing called Book in a Look, or Book Look, where I take a book that I read and I'll do a makeup look inspired by that book while talking about the book, so giving my review on it. And with that piece of content, I can take it and do a librarian book look, 2 a transition look that you would see like on TikTok for my baddie in a van TikTok, because I do that content in a van. And then I can also do CryLeeG Does a Look, where I can put the transition in there, but I can also just utilize a look video, like meaning the duration of the video, like the whole video is me just getting ready, a getting ready with me video. So I have a book look video, a baddie in the van transition, and then CryLeeG Does a Look, because I'm actually putting the look together, and that's the video of me putting the look together absent of the words I'm talking about for the book review. That's 1 idea and 3 pieces of content, and I have 3 different book looks that I've been wanting to do for the past couple weeks that I haven't had the time to. So does that mean that I want to post them 3 days for that? That means I have to do 3 of them and schedule myself to do 3 different book looks within this week to make sure that they're edited and ready for next week. And that means I'm going to post 3 of them during that week. So which days do I want to post? Do I have any backup content? No, because I'll get used. Okay, let's do a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for the librarian. There's no rhyme or reason to this, sometimes, except for the YouTube one, but sometimes I'm just like what I feel like I want to do. Or go on intuition and see if that pays off. And then for baddie in the van, it would be do Thursday, Friday, Saturday for those 3 things. But for baddie in the van, I do like to post 5 times per week because it's a new platform that I want to get ready for. So I'm going to be posting Tuesday, Wednesday, but I know 3 of those days will be booked for a look. That means I have to come up with 2 different other pieces of content to post there. Okay, hold on. let me take this time to write out the ideas. I'm gonna take this time to take all of the days that I want to post and put them here in detail. So maybe while I'm writing out the detail of what I'm posting, it'll give me more ideas of what I can do within those content pieces. So for the most part, I have filled out my little template here with my YouTube channel. I got one idea from my Instagram based on the week of content creation that I'm going to do. CryLeeG does look. I got the 3 days that I want to post. For the February, and I got the 4 days that I wanted to post. And then for my Daddy in the Van, I got 5 different days that I get to post. And then for my TikTok for CryLeeG's Chance, still don't have the ideas here. So I filled this out. I went through my external drive to see if there's anything that I can use for the week, because content is content, timing is almost nothing. And there is nothing. Like, everything I have on there is going to be posted this week. So that means that all the gaps in here, all the gaps on the lines that I intend to post, that have nothing to post, like no idea to post, does not mean that that things won't be posted on those days I intend to post, because I want that level of consistency. It just means that during my week, so during this week, because this is for content 2 weeks from now, during this week of recording the content or thinking through some of the content, it allows me more to be more open to ideas to do. So I still have like 2 days that I want to post on YouTube. Those might be for shorts that I create during the week. And there's still CryLeeG's Chance Instagram that might have ideas pop up during the week while I'm recording, and so on and so forth. So I'm also leaving room for improvisation because I got nothing, and that is a-okay. I try not to force it. Sometimes, like I was actually here for like 15 minutes trying to like force an idea. I got a headache, so I don't want to do that anymore. Okay. The next step usually is to input all of my planning into the calendar, like my Google Calendar, where I'm going to film, where I'm going to edit, and what my day is going to look like. However, my brain hurts. I need to take a break from this, so we're going to take a break, walk out this library, and then go somewhere else to work. But in that meantime, just do whatever we need to do to just chill out, whether it be mindlessly scroll, read a book, which is not what we're going to do. We're going to mindlessly scroll. We can have a meal, which we're not going to do, because we can go to the dollar store and buy something for like dinner or something, or a snack or something. I don't know. Anyway, we are taking a step away from the content planning portion to have our brain rest, whatever we do. Hello, hi, we are back in our van, and we did spend some time at Barnes & Noble, and we did take a break. And backwards going forwards, well, forwards going backwards, we scrolled for a bit, we went to the dollar store to get some snacks. We went to Barnes & Noble, and it was very crowded. So I decided to speak in there, and usually there's just like this small corner where I would speak at, like to set up my camera and like talk there. I don't want to do that either, so I continued doing my planning, and I just told myself that I'll tell you guys in the van. We're in the van. At the dollar store, because I was getting snacks and focused on snacks, I didn't get a folder, so this is not even in a folder, so the templates have just been out and about, but also just like snugged in between my laptop here. I suggest you get a folder. I really want to get a binder and like put multiple templates in there, but I also didn't have that much cash on me, like that many coins on me to print from the library, because they take coins and not card, and that's fine. That's okay. They get a pass for having fast Wi-Fi to upload 3 of my videos for next week, so yeah. Let's show you what I did. I ended up looking at the stuff that I wanted to post and going through my calendar with work that I want to do and the videos I already desire to film this week, and put in what I'll be doing this week, when I'll be editing, when I'll be filming. And here is what it looks like. I don't know if you can even, we're gonna just, tomorrow is the 7th. Tomorrow we have a day around Yale campus, which will feed into a vlog, like a bookish vlog about a day being on Yale's campus or going around Yale. In between those days, in between that event, we have a time to get up and get ready because we're going to use the makeup look for the Spell Shop as a get ready with me. Well, since I want to do a book look for the Spell Shop, I'm going to do that in the morning before I get ready for my day around Yale. At the end of it, I'm going to be editing too, to edit some more of the stuff I need to edit. Also, I need to do my nails. Please, please don't look at them, but you have to look at them because we're here. The next day, I'm off of work, so I have here that I want to post my Orlando vlog that is ready to be posted. Right here is a day at the beach, I think. Yeah, it's spending a day at the beach, but during that day, it's still like a work day. So it's a work day, it's a van life vlog, work day at the beach. Haven't checked the weather to see how hot it will be, but we're here. Within that day, I plan to do another book look for Masters of Death, and I also plan to record my podcast trailer introduction, which is going to be posted down here later in the month. And through that, I'll get like shorts of me either cooking in the van or me getting ready in the van. But with the Spell Shop book look and the Masters of Death book look, I'll have 3 different pieces of content for each of those, for CryLeeG Does a Look, for The Librarian, and for the Baddie in the Van TikTok. So that's really cool. I'll also have a vlog for, like I said, for a day on Yale campus, and I'll have a day at the beach for Van Life Friday. And then this week, where it says 5 a.m. wake up, I'm doing another bookish video where I study my own personalized curriculum that I came up with months ago, but I haven't actually gotten back to it. So I'm really excited to do that and dive into those topics that I have, and that should be coming soon. So with this 4-day long filming of a video, because I'll be getting up, ooh, we're orange, and figure it out. Okay. With that 4-day filming of me getting up at 5 a.m. to study a personal curriculum, which is the title of the video that I want to do, I get to study topics that I really enjoy. Like, one is Mother Hunger, where I talk about psychology. One is Alice in Quantum Land, where I get to study quantum leaping and manifestation, like all these things that I really like, that I would love to have confirmation. I would love to have had in college, but we didn't have that, so I'm doing my own personal curriculum. The ideas I have for the bigger components of content help with planning the content. And so from those 4 days of filming, I'll have a big video for YouTube and 2 small pieces of content for the Librarian Instagram, which was nice. And then the rest of next week is more editing. From what I put in my calendar and what I put on this template, there weren't any more big ideas for the platforms that I already wrote down. However, with recording my reintroduction to my podcast for a Chance At Life Mindset, I did come up with more ideas for that social media platform, which is Instagram, to do for that. So I now have more ideas for that platform, but none of the platforms that I have currently on here. I hope that all made sense. With it being 8:34 and me having a full day of planning and some resting and then planning again and thinking through weeks and weeks of content and making sure I'm pretty much covered when it comes to editing and filming and posting, and I'm making sure that all the things that I intend to post are ready to be posted, I'm overwhelmed. And I'm a little anxious now, which means I've done not too much, but I'm at the precipice of potentially having a breakdown, because and if you are a fellow content creator, I don't know if you ask yourself this all the time, I'm just like, why am I doing this? Mind you, none of this produces any money yet. And so I'm putting all this work in, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, so why are you doing all this? Like, why are you stressing yourself out to do all this? All these things that I have listed here are for fun. I'm going to enjoy myself, and I'm going to film myself doing it, because when I started this YouTube channel, I started it in the intention of being the main character in my life. And these videos that I make are like my mini episodes. They're my seasons of my life, and I get to be the writer, the producer, the editing team of it all, and to really show not just the highlights but the lowlights of my life. And I get to do it in a fun way. So all this is fun for me, and I get to also be creative, but coupled with my desire for it to be a stream of income and be consistent, it could add some stress. When you put pressures on anything, it can add some stress, you know what I'm saying? So when I'm thinking of all these things, my brain is getting overwhelmed, I'm getting really excited, and then I'm realizing, oh my God, I wish I had more time to do all these things, and now I'm getting even more anxious about, oh my God, I don't have time to do all these things, I'm not gonna get any of this done, I'm not gonna get my goals set, or like all these like anxious thoughts start to pile up once I know I'm pushing myself too hard and putting too much pressure on the things that I find fun. That's when I know it's time to stop. And that's just a place that I always find myself getting to, and that's fine. Like it's not fine, but like it's who I am, and I'm going to try to do a better way of not getting to that point in the first place. But I make no promises. I make absolutely no promises. I make no apologies for the woman that I am. From all that, hold on, let me count this. From all that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. From all the planning that I done today, I have planned 20 different pieces of content over 6 different platforms that all align to the things that I want to align to and parts of myself that I want to show to the world. And it takes a little bit of anxiety and a day of planning and organizing. This may change. All of this is up to change with how life goes, or with is that a thunder? Is it gonna rain? Oh, thank God, it's gonna cool down. Is that a thunder? Is that thunder? It may change when I start doing some things and I get a different idea or a better idea or a different way of doing it that brings up another idea. Sometimes, like I said earlier in the video, I just like to capture stuff to see if I can make it a video later, so then I'll just have footage that I can edit into something later. So this is a good plan to start off with, but know that you are the director, the producer, editor of your life. And you can do literally whatever you want to do. And it just takes planning. You could do it. And if you find yourself getting overwhelmed by the idea of time passing and you not being able to do things, if you find that you have a creative block, just give yourself a break. Know that everything is going to happen when it needs to happen. Know that you are just human and things will come up. Know that you are really cool and that you can do anything you want to do when you want to do it. You are powerful beyond measure. That's it. Anyway, I love you. I am grateful for you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.